All right, everybody, welcome back for another deep dive. Today, we're going to be digging into something really interesting.
Okay.
We're going to be looking at Amazon labor relations and kind of what happens when those two things slam into each other, especially the busiest time of year to be buying things.
Yeah.
And specifically, we're going to be looking at some Amazon workers in Michigan.
Okay.
And their connection to a nationwide strike
Yeah.
that's currently going on with the Teamsters.
Interesting.
So we've got this really fascinating piece from CBS Detroit
Okay.
that kind of lays out all the different details.
Yeah.
Maybe we can just kind of jump right into that.
Yeah, let's get into it.
So, one of the things that really jumps out from this piece is this idea that Michigan Amazon workers are showing support for this nationwide strike.
Right. Yeah, and I think what's so fascinating about this is that it really is a show of solidarity from these Michigan Amazon workers. It's not just a local issue,
No.
right? It's this much larger national conversation about worker rights and, this power of collective action.
Yeah, absolutely. We all know the Teamsters, right? They have this reputation for, let's just say, firmly advocating for their members.
Yeah.
But what makes this particular strike different from, some of their actions in the past?
Well, for starters, I think one of the things that's really interesting is that the Teamsters are really laser focused on getting this contract. That, really speaks to the modern challenges that we're seeing in, this logistics industry.
Yeah.
You think about, things like automation, the really intense delivery schedules.
Yeah.
And this, never-ending pressure to just meet this, skyrocketing consumer demand.
Especially around the holidays.
Especially around the holidays, exactly.
Yeah.
And so, it's interesting because their demands are actually going beyond just wages, right?
Yeah.
They're pushing for these really comprehensive changes to make working conditions better, to improve safety protocols, and really kind of, overhaul the whole system.
Got it. So that, we're really talking about a potential, massive shift in how these big logistics companies operate. Now, the article keeps mentioning, Michigan Amazon workers showing support.
Right.
But they're not actually a part of the strike itself, right?
Right. They're not directly involved.
So what does that support actually look like? I'm just picturing, people posting on social media, maybe carpooling down to picket lines.
Yeah.
What's the vibe like?
Yeah, I think you're on the right track there. We're seeing kind of a mix of digital activism and then also these real world actions. Things like coordinated social media campaigns that are really amplifying the Teamsters message.
Right.
We're seeing workers, wearing buttons or stickers to kind of show that solidarity and, maybe even local rallies or demonstrations that are being organized, in support of the strikers.
Oh, wow.
So, it's all part of this strategic move to build public awareness and really kind of put the pressure on Amazon from all sides.
That's really interesting. It's like this ripple effect, starting with the strike, expanding outward to impact other regions and maybe even other companies too.
Exactly. And I think the timing of this is really interesting too, right? Because it's smack dab in the middle of the holiday rush.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Talk about strategic.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. This is like peak season for Amazon, right? And so any kind of disruption to their operations could really have this domino effect.
Oh, yeah.
On, their ability to get those packages out to people.
Yeah.
Meet these really high holiday demands.
Yeah.
And I think that puts even more pressure on Amazon to really come to the table and negotiate and, actually address the concerns that the workers have.
So let's talk about what are the potential ripple effects of this strike? Are we going to be getting our Christmas presents by Valentine's Day? I'm just kidding. But seriously, how could this impact Amazon's operations?
Yeah.
Delivery times and, even what we see available online.
Right. Well, if the strike goes on for a long time, it could definitely throw a big wrench into Amazon's this very finely tuned delivery machine.
Yeah.
We could see delays. We could see limited product availability.
Yeah.
Potentially even price surges as, demand starts to outstrip supply.
Oh, wow.
And then for Amazon itself, this could lead to some pretty significant financial hits, which could even impact investor confidence in their stock value.
So it's really high stakes.
Yeah, it's high stakes for everyone.
For everyone involved.
Everyone involved.
Wow, there's a lot to unpack here. But I think it really shows how interconnected we all are in this system, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
From the workers to the companies to us, the consumers. It's not just about clicking buy now anymore.
Yeah.
There's a whole human story behind every package.
Exactly. And that kind of leads us to this really crucial question.
Yeah.
For all of us, right? As consumers, what is our role in these labor movements?
That's a great question.
Knowing all of this, would you reconsider clicking that, next day delivery button?
Yeah.
Knowing the potential human cost behind it, it's something to really think about.
For sure.
As we kind of, try to figure out this increasingly complex world of worker rights and consumer expectation.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for taking a deep dive with us. I hope everybody, learned something. And we'll be back again soon with another deep dive.
Sounds good.